Hello, hello, hello. I hope all is well with you. It's another week, another time to go live. And I'm super excited about today's topic. We are going to be talking about how to structure your offer that gets your ideal client excited. And it's according to your dream client's needs. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Letitia. I am the market research strategist for coaches and consultants who are looking to leverage market research so that they can strategically position themselves in their business. And I do that through three market research solutions. I have a done for you service, a done with you service, and I recently introduced a DIY option, which helps you leverage market research by adapting a 360-degree approach to market research. It helps you leverage that information in your offers, in your content creation, in your client acquisition system, and then use that information as a continual business activity so that you are always strategically positioning yourself in your business, taking inspired action so that you can reach those consistent income months. And like I said, today we are covering how to structure your offer according to your dream client's needs. This is a question that comes up a lot in my Facebook group, in my interactions with potential clients. So today we're going to be looking at understanding your dream client's needs, structuring your offer, and implementing your offer. And if you're joining me, let me know where you're joining me from, whether it's live or during the replay. So last week we talked about how to take the information that you've learned about market research and plug it back into your business. And we talked about understanding your dream client's needs. We're going to dig into that a little deeper. The first thing that you want to do as a coach, as a consultant, is ensure that you are identifying your ideal client. Who are they and what are their needs and desires? That is the very first thing that you need to do in order for you to create offers or structure your offer for them. I find a lot of times coaches are very vague about, who they're helping and the needs and desires that they're addressing, which then makes it very difficult for them to create offers or structure offers that their ideal client really wants to see from them. So before you can structure any offer, it really is coming down to identifying your ideal client, understanding who they are and the needs and the problems, their needs and desires. And if you remember, if you caught last week's live, you know that I introduced you to my PDFs framework. In my PDFs framework, which I introduce my clients to, we really dig into this. And the way that I like to summarize it, if I can, is with the idea of shoes, right? There are thousands and thousands of shoes in the world. Not every pair of shoe, which is essentially a foot covering, is fit for purpose. And the same is true for your ideal client. Not every potential client that comes to you is an ideal client. They may not be fit for purpose. They may not be fit for your offer. They may not be fit for your style of coaching. And all of that needs to be flushed out before you start creating offers. Who is for? How are you helping them get close to their needs and desires? The second step in relation to understanding your dream client's needs is determining their pain points. And this is another part of the PDF formula. What problems are they trying to solve and what challenges are they facing? Now, last week we really dug a little deeper into the problem that you solve as a coach, right? And getting clarity around that. What is going to be important when it comes to structuring your offer is getting very specific about the problem that you are solving for your ideal client. This is not about assuming, this is not making assumptions about what they need. It's about getting clarity about what they need and how you are going to address those problems in your offer. And it's also important for you to know not only what problems they're looking for a solution for, but also what is going to challenge them from achieving their needs and desires. These are very important pieces of the puzzle when it comes to structuring your offer. So it's also important for you to determine their aspirations. What are their goals? What are their aspirations? What do they hope to achieve? Basically, what I'm telling you is you really need to understand your ideal client and not understand them from a surface level. You need to get deep. You need to understand them at a soul level. You need to understand what motivates them, what is holding them back, what how their problems are impacting their lives. And it's only when you have that information, you have certainty around that information, can we start talking about your offer and how to structure that. And you do that through market research. One of my biggest pet peeves in the coaching industry is this idea that your ideal client is the you of the past. I see so many coaches building their business based on assumption, and that's not what you want to do. So you really do want to spend time understanding your ideal clients, their needs, their pains, their fears, their hesitations, the obstacles that are in their way, but also the solutions that they're looking for so that you can create offers for them. So once you understand your ideal client, the next thing to do is start structuring your offer. And that, in my opinion, takes three steps. First, you want to define your offer. What is the product or service that you are providing? And then what is the features and benefits from working or interacting with this offer? Now, identifying the features and the benefits is not where it stops, right? A lot of coaches spend a lot of time selling the features and overlooking the benefits of how their offer can change their ideal client's life. And that's what you really want to be starting to uncover. Yes, the features are, they get accountability, they get weekly calls, they get a group community. But what are the benefits of these things? How are you changing this person's life? How are you helping them with their problems? How are you helping them with their challenges so that the offer is actually benefit to them? So again, once you define this offer, this service, this product, and the features and benefits, you want to make sure that your offer is aligned with what your ideal client told you that they needed or they wanted, right? If you've taken a challenge of mine or seen the replays, you know that I really do harp on this point. Your success as a coach is based on your ability to sell your ideal client what they want, but give them what they need. And oftentimes, the problem with the offers are they're um, most focused on what their ideal client needs as opposed to wants, and your ideal client doesn't resonate with that. So you really want to make sure that your offer is directly aligned with what they told you their needs are. Does it solve their problems, or are you creating problems and solving them and then selling it to them, right? It's like um, selling three types of ice to an Eskimo just because they said they wanted a smaller piece of ice. Is it really addressing their problems? Is it really helping them achieve their goals? Good night. I don't know who's joining. Just let me know, Facebook user, who that is. Is it really aligning them with what they want? One of my favorite analogies is Dark and Lovely, back in the 90s, where they used to sell us this bulb. Hi, Lucky. Sell us this beautiful bulb. They didn't tell us that we needed, carcinogens. They didn't tell us that we needed lye. They told us that they would give us manageable hair. And that's what you need to be focusing on with your offer. You want to be able to solve those problems, right? And you can't solve those problems if you don't understand it, which is why the first step is so important. How is your offer taking them closer to their goals? How are you getting them to where they need to be? How you need to be thinking about your offer is that it is a bridge from where they are now, their problem state, to their desired state. And you walk them through a process that allows them to overcome their problems and achieve their goals. So you really need to make sure that you have a solid understanding of this, and then also can articulate that in your offer, right? And then you need to package it in a way that appeals to your ideal client, that appeals to your dream client. An example that I use often as well is, I wanted to scale my business, and I was serving powerhouse Black women who did not want to be in group programs. And what did I do? I created a group program, right? And then wondered why it didn't sell. The reason why it didn't sell is because it wasn't packaged in a way that my ideal client wanted. Um, so when you start packaging your offer together, you have to think about how you can make this irresistible to your ideal client, and how you can communicate the value of your offer to your ideal client in a way that resonates with them. And again, it comes back to your understanding of your ideal client and their needs, and what they resonate with. If you're doing market research as a continual business activity, this is something that you would know through your conversations with your ideal clients, by really getting to know them. And then it's easy to articulate the value, communicate the value of your offer. It's easy to make offers irresistible because they actually tell you what it is that they want. So, any questions about that so far? We've talked about understanding your dream client's needs. We've talked about how you structure your offer. Any questions about that so far before we move on to the implementation of your offer? So when it comes down to thinking about how you can structure your offer for your ideal client, the next thing that you need to think about is the implementation of your offer, how you're going to market it, how you're going to deliver it, and how you can refine it, right? So marketing your offer, first of all, is about understanding how you can reach your dream clients, your ideal clients. And this serves more like, this is not just like where they are online. It's about the type of content that you need to be producing in order to connect with them on an emotional level. One of the things that I must say, like, I know a lot of people want to believe that we buy based on logic, but a lot of our decision making when it comes to purchasing is based on emotion. And so you have to start considering how you're going to market to your ideal client. How are you going to reach them? It cannot always just based on listing out the features and the benefits. It's about tapping into the emotion, tapping into why this offer is important to them and how it's going to change their lives. If you've taken one of my challenges or listen to me for a while, you know that it's important for you, again, not to be surface level. If you need to understand how your ideal client's problems is impacting their lives, right? And it's not just so that you can create offers and communicate that, but it comes down to how you market that, right? One of the examples that I used in my challenge is I worked with a lady who told me that, like, it was urgent for her to make money. It was urgent for her to make money. And if I just sold her the ability to make money, I probably would have been able to sell to her. But because I got an understanding that the urgency behind her wanting to make money was because her relationships were falling apart. Her and her husband were at odds. She was having problems, staying connected to her children. So the urgency around money was more about fixing her relationships. So if I were to market to her, yes, of course I'll talk about the money because that is a goal of hers. That's one of her aspirations. But I will reach her by talking about how the increase in money will improve her relationship with her husband, will improve her relationship with her children. And because I've taken it to that emotional level, she would be more inclined to listen to what I have to say. Because again, your ideal client is sitting in their problem. So if you don't address how the problem is impacting their lives and how your offer can change that, then you're gonna struggle with selling your offer. So again, when it comes on to the implementation of your offer, you have to be able to consider how you're going to market it and how you're going to effectively communicate your offer to them. And again, it's not just about saying, "Oh, girl, we'll meet weekly for the next 6 weeks, and we'll walk through my curriculum." Like that ain't gonna work. That does not work when it comes to effectively communicating your offer to your ideal client. You really want to talk about how the steps of your offer change their problems and help them navigate through their fears, their hesitations, and the obstacles that they experience, and take them closer to their desired state. And if you can nail that communication, right? If you can nail that, then it makes your marketing of your offer a lot easier. The other things that you want to be considering is how you're going to deliver your offer. It's not just about creating it and just winging it and hoping that it works. You really want to be in a position where you are providing a high quality customer experience. So how are you going to provide that high quality customer experience? How are you going to ensure that your ideal client walks away completely happy with the interaction that they had with you throughout your offer? And how can you ensure that your dream clients get the results that they want? So these are the things that you need to be considering. And if you don't really understand the that your ideal client wants, it's going to be difficult for you to deliver an offer that helps them to meet the results that they want, which is again why market research is so important. If you do it effectively, your ideal clients will tell you exactly what they're willing to pay for, what package they want it in, and the results that they expect as a result of that offer. And then what you can do is have benchmarks in your offer to ensure that these results are being met, right? And again, this is a continuous process. You walk one person through your offer. It's all about going back and looking at how you can refine your offer, which is my next step. Refining your offer is going to be the most important part, right? You want to figure out what works really well, and then you want to capitalize on that when it comes to selling it again, right? So recently I had a group program, and one of my clients got 4 assigned clients in 6 weeks. Another one of my clients got her first paying client, and those are results that other people want. So now I have to go back and analyze what about my process was what ushered in the success for my clients. How can I continually improve this process so that everybody that I walk this process through, walk through this process are getting the same results or better? What can I do to make sure that I'm continuously meeting my ideal client's needs? And again, this is market research, whether or not you realize it or not. Like, after you have walked someone through your process, what does your offboarding process look like? Are you collecting feedback from the people who did amazing, right? And let's not be unrealistic here. Some people that walk through your offer will not be your ideal client. Some people will buy from you and never implement anything that you have in your offer. Those are not the people that you want feedback from. You want feedback from the people who are getting the results. So you're always staying ahead of the curve. You're always informed about what is working for your ideal clients, what is not working for your ideal clients. So when you refine your offer, when you have future iterations of your offer, you're ensuring that you're bringing the best to the plate. And this helps build your confidence as well, right? Like if you know that certain aspects of your offer, one of the things that I do with my clients is a lot of role play, and it may sound cringy as you listen to me say it, but one of the things that I think works really well with my clients and them getting success is being able to get feedback on the things that they're doing through the role play process. I know for a fact that a lot of my clients are hands on. So knowing that and knowing that that worked, now I have to look at how I can increase the role play element of my group program to ensure that everyone is getting success. Like some of my clients, 4 clients in 6 weeks, the first paying client, right? So all of this it really just leans on the market research process. And I think so many people think market research, they think about like startup time or when it comes to offer creation time. But I think the way that I've laid this out here, you know, understanding your ideal client, structuring your offer, implementing your offer, and refining your offer, I think it's really important for you to see is all about market research. You can't create an offer without understanding your ideal client at a sale level. You can't create a sold out offer without understanding your client at a sale level. You can't create sold out offers without understanding what your ideal client actually wants and the solutions that they're looking for. You can't align your offer with your ideal client's needs if you haven't done the market research. You can't package it in a way that appeals to your ideal clients without doing the research. And then you can't show up and market this if you don't know where they are, you don't know what type of content they like to interact with, you don't know the value of what you're bringing. It makes all of your downstream activities incredibly hard if you don't do the market research. And you can't refine your offer without having conversations with your past clients to understand what actually works. So we talked about how you can structure your offer so that it appeals to your dream clients. It gets them very excited. And I want to encourage you, if you are watching these lives on a regular basis, to really spend some time doing your market research. I know, like, obviously, as a market research strategist, I'm going to sing the importance of market research from the rooftops. But I really want to emphasize this week the reason why so many coaches find themselves in a holding pattern is because they're resistant to doing market research. A lot of people think, well, I'm already done it. I have that information. Listen, your ideal client changes just as much as you change, or just as much as your business changes. And if you're not staying with your ear to the ground and really understanding the shifts in their lives because of like outward external things or internal things, if you don't understand how the problem is seeping into other areas of their lives, if you don't understand how your process is going to change their lives, right? And I think I've spoken about this on the last live, well, at least in my challenge. The best way to articulate or effectively communicate the value of your offer is by showing them how your offer improves their wealth, their health, their status, their relationships, and their personal development. But you can't understand that if you don't know where they are in this moment, where they are at problem state. You don't understand that. Like, if you're making assumptions about where they are based on your experience 7 years ago, you're going to miss the plot entirely, right? So the importance of market research, it trickles down to every element of your business. It trickles down to your offer creation. It trickles down to your content creation. It even trickles down to your client acquisition system. So if you're not doing it, if you're ignoring it, you're missing out on an important opportunity in your business. So I just want to reiterate that no matter how hard you try, if you don't have clarity around your ideal client, if you don't have clarity around your audience, if you don't have clarity even about what works well as a result of working with you, you are going to struggle to continue to sell your offers. You're going to struggle to find consistency in your business, right? Like you may say, oh, I need to take a marketing course. Oh, I need to take a sales course. Oh, I need to hire a VA to do my content. But the core of your business is really around your understanding of your ideal client. And, I'm here to teach you how to use that information, but I'm going to encourage you to do that market research. Like really make this a continued business activity so that you can strategically position yourself. And if this is something that you are looking to do, if you want to master the market research process, really understand how to strategically position yourself in your business through the use of data, very helpful data, that I will encourage you to take my market research mastery course. It is a 6-module process that I walk even my group program through. It's a process that I use when I do my done for you services for clients. It is a very different approach to anything that I've seen in the market. And I've hired a lot of business coaches who have told me to do a lot of market research, but I've always walked away from it like, well, can you give me some tips? Can you give me some help? But luckily, I've spent so many years in data analytics, and my last role essentially was just this, using data to create an innovative advantage. That the process that I have created for you, the process that I walk you through in this course, really opens your eyes up to how market research can be so valuable in your business. A lot of my clients get clients just by doing market research calls, because there is a way of gathering this information. There's this way of collecting this information from people that really widens the gap of understanding, really highlights the importance of them getting help, which then allows you to insert yourself as a go-to solution and use that information strategically in your business, with offer creation, with your content creation, with your client acquisition system. So if this is something that you're interested in, be sure to reach out to me in Messenger, send me a DM, leave a comment at the bottom of this video, and I will circle back and give you some more information about this course. As I said last week, I'm looking to be here more frequently, to show up and really give value. And I'm really starting with the questions that I've been asked since I've opened the Facebook group, or the questions that I've been asked having conversations with my audience on LinkedIn or Facebook, and really just walking you through the processes of really understanding how to be strategic in your business. This is not about throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping it sticks, and then repeat 6 weeks later. This is about approaching your business as these huge corporations do, being strategic in your action taking, so that you're not getting burnt out, so you're not getting frustrated, so you're not feeling despondent about your business and not excited and not motivated. You really know the course of action that you need to take in order for you to ensure that you get consistent income in your business. So I hope this has been helpful. If you're catching the replay or you've watched this through and you have questions, be sure to leave your questions in the comments, and I will circle back with you. And I'll be back next week to answer some more questions and really give you some things to consider as you start implementing your market research process in your business. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk